Hi guys, we'll get started in about 2 minutes. Guys, don't spam, please. I might let you guys spam later, but not right now. All right, it's 6 o'clock. We'll get started. All right, so last time we left off here, when you guys all wanted to leave early, but here we are. So we left off at slide 7, and we were talking about ratios and how to solve problems with ratios. So here's another example. So my aunt's candy jar has 56 pieces of candy. She only has butterscotch and jelly beans, and the ratio of butterscotch to jelly beans is 5:2. I like jelly beans more, and I want to add some jelly beans so that the ratio of butterscotch to jelly beans is 2:1. How many jelly beans should I add? All right, so first we start off with a ratio. So we start off with 2:7 because this is a ratio of jelly beans to the total number of pieces. We got 7 just by adding 5 and 2. So that's how we got 2:7. And we want to turn a 7 into a 56 because there are 56 pieces of candy in total. 2:7 is just a simplified ratio. So we want to multiply 2 and 7 by 8, and we get 16 to 56. This is an actual number of jelly beans to the total pieces of candy. So if you have 16 jelly beans and there are 56 pieces total, we just subtract 16 from 56 and we get 40 pieces of butterscotch. But I want the ratio of butterscotch to jelly beans to be 2:1. So if I have 40 pieces of butterscotch, that means I need 20 pieces of jelly beans to make it 2:1. And I only have 16 pieces of jelly beans right now. So all I gotta do is subtract 20 minus 16 to get 4, and that's how many jelly beans I need to add. So in all these problems, just know what the ratios represent, and know some of the ratios are simplified. They don't actually represent the actual number. Okay, here's some challenge problems. I'll give you guys about 6 minutes to do them, so 6:08. And like always, type your answers into the chat, and make sure you guys type it to me. Make sure it's still private. All right, about 1 more minute. Okay, time's up. I'll go over the answers right now. All right, so there are 10 boys in a class of 25 students. What is the ratio of girls to boys? So I don't want the ratio of boys to students. I want the ratio of girls to boys. So you guys got to find out how many girls there are. So just subtract 10 from 25, then you get 15. So there are 15 girls in the class. So the ratio is 15 girls to 10 boys. And that simplifies to 3 to 2. All right, two numbers are in the ratio of 3 to 8. Their sum is 44. What is the greater of the two numbers? So the greater of the two numbers will be represented by 8, even though this is a simplified ratio. And the total sum is 3 plus 8 for the simplified ratio. So the ratio of the greater number to the total to the sum will be 8 to 11, and the actual sum is 44. So that means I want to get the number 11 into 44. So I just multiply both numbers by 4. So 8 times 4 is 32. 11 times 4 is 44, and that works. That means the greater number is 32. And two positive numbers are in the ratio 4 to 9. Their difference is 30. What is the sum of the two numbers? So to get the difference, we want to subtract 9 minus 4 to get 5. So that's our difference. And for this one, you can pick, and I will set up 4 on one side. So 4 to 5 is my ratio. And then I want to get the 5 into a 30 because that is the difference. So I multiply each number by 6. So 4 times 6 is 24, and then 5 times 6 is 30. So now I have my sum, and 24 is one of my numbers. I still want to find the other number. Well, if 30 is the difference, I just got to add 24 plus 30, and that equals 54. So my two numbers are 54 and 24. And it asks me, what is the sum of the two numbers? So 54 plus 24, that's 78. So that's my answer. All right, multi-way ratios. So pretty much same concept. It's just that there's more than two numbers. 6 to 4 to 8 is a multi-way ratio, and this simplifies to 3 to 2 to 4. And solve the same way as we solve regular ratios. So here's an example. A bowling tournament pays out prizes to the top 3 players in the ratio of 5 to 2 to 1. If the total prize money is $1,000, how much does the first place winner receive? So 5 to 8 is a ratio of the first place prize money to the total prize money. Again, I got 8 by adding the numbers 5 plus 2 plus 1. And I want to get 8 into 1,000. So I multiply by 125. So here I multiply both numbers by 125. So, and then I get 625 to 1,000. And this ratio represents the actual numbers for the ratio for the prize money. So $1,000 is the total prize money, and 625 is the actual prize money for the first place. So first place winner receives $625. So again, 5 to 8 is the simplified one. I want to find the actual number. It's like simplifying fractions. Like 2 to 4 is the same as 1 to 2. And right away, we have more challenge problems. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to solve these. All right, you guys know the drill. Type it into the chat. Okay, about 1 more minute. And yes, we will play Kahoot today after the end of this lesson. I'm pretty sure we will get through this whole lesson. Okay, I'll go over the answers right now. Three numbers have a ratio of 1 to 2 to 3, and their sum is 48. What is the greatest of these three numbers? So we can see here the greatest of these three numbers is 3, and we want to add all these numbers up, and that gets 6. So our simplified ratio is 3 to 6. And we want the sum to be 48. So we multiply each number by 8. Each number by 8 to get the sum to 48. So 6 times 8, 48, and then 3 times 8 is 24. So that means the greatest of these three numbers is 24. Once again, 3 to 6 is the simplified ratio. The top 4 winners in a golf tournament share the prize money in the ratio 9 to 5 to 2 to 1. If the top prize winner receives 45 grand, then how much prize money is awarded in total? So we want the ratio of the first place prize money to the total prize money. So we can see here 9 will be the first place prize money, and we add all these numbers up to get the total prize money. So that gives us a ratio of 9 to 17. And it says the top prize winner receives 45,000. So we divide 45,000 by 9, and we get 5,000. And that's the number we need to multiply 17 by to get the total prize money. So 17 times 5,000, that's $85,000. So the total prize money is $85,000 divided among the top 4 winners. All right, proportions. So you guys have been working with proportions already. So 1 to 2 and 3 to 6, those are equal ratios, just represented with different numbers. Very similar to fractions. So they're equal ratios. So 2 to 3 is equal to 4 to 6. Charlotte is planning a vacation to Europe. The exchange rate is $1 equals 0.6 euros. If Charlotte wants to have 300 euros for her trip, then how many dollars does she need to convert? So euros is the currency in Europe. If you guys didn't know that. All right, so 5 to 3 is the ratio of dollars to euros. We can see that because it's 1 to 0.6, but we want to simplify it we want to get rid of the decimal. And that simplifies in whole numbers to 5 to 3. So we multiply, and it says she wants to have 300 euros. So we multiply 3 by 100 and 5 by 100 to get the ratio 500 to 300. So this means she needs to convert $500. And as you can see here, euros are more valuable than dollars. If you have less euros, that equals the same amount as someone that has more dollars. All right, Sophie is an architect designing a new building. The building will be 30 feet tall, and the windows will each be 8 feet high. She draws blueprints for the building on which the building is 8 inches tall. How tall are the windows on Sophie's blueprints? So we want to write the ratio of building height to window height, which is 30 feet to 8 feet. That is 30 to 8, and that simplifies to 15 to 4. And then we want to set a proportion. So 15 to 4 equals 8 to x. So 15 to 4 is the actual building heights in real life, but 8 to x is only on the blueprint. And then we set up these ratios very similar to fractions, and then we just solve for x. So we multiply 4, we multiply each side by 4 and multiply each side by x, and we get 15x equals 32. Well, then we divide each side by 15, and that's our answer. X equals 2 and 2 over 15 inches. And notice here, even though 15 to 4, that's in feet, and 8 to x, that's in inches, we can still make them proportional. All right, conversions. utilizes a lot of ratios. So here are some ratios you guys are familiar with. Inches to feet, that's 12 inches and 1 feet. Feet to yards, 3 feet and 1 yard. 36 inches and 3 feet. And yeah, they repeated this, 3 feet and 1 yard. So, and here's the ratio of inches to feet to yards, 36 to 3 to 1. And we can use conversion factors. So these are called conversion factors, like 12 feet and 12 inches and 1 foot, 3 feet and 1 yard, stuff like that. And we cancel out any common units. So this is like, so we treat units kind of like numbers. When we simplify fractions and we see each number, the denominator and the numerator, they both have a 3, for example, we can cancel them out. Same thing with units. If the top has feet and the bottom also has feet, we can cancel those out. All right, so if you guys see here, 12 inches over 1 foot, and 3 feet over 1 yard. So we set it up like this to convert from inches. What are we converting here? Inches to yards, I believe. That might be wrong. All right, forget, cross that out. All right, so these are conversion factors. So 12 inches and 1 foot, 3 feet and 1 yard equals 36 inches in yards. Sorry, yeah, we want to convert yards to inches. So we can see here, we can cross out feet and we just multiply the numbers. Yeah, sorry, that was confusing. So 12 inches times 3, that's 36 inches. And 1 times 1 yard, that equals 1 yard. So this is 36 inches to 1 yard. So that's how we convert. What are we? Yeah, we can't cross it as long as we have the same units on the top to bottom. We can cross them out. But the units we don't cross out, we need to keep them. So for inches, it's only on the top, so we can't cross that out. And on the bottom, we only have yards, and we can't cross that out either. So we keep those. So 36 inches to 1 yard. All right, an inch is approximately 2.5 centimeters. Approximately how many square centimeters are in a square inch? So we set it up as usual. Like the last example, we use conversion factors. So 1 inch squared equals 1 inch squared times 2.5 centimeters over 1 inch times 2.5 centimeters over 1 inch. Because it's squared, we need to multiply it twice. So once again, we can cancel out units. So here we have inches squared, and on the bottom we also have inches squared. We have 2 inches multiplied together. So that gives us 2.5. Once we cancel out the units, we have 2.5 times 2.5, and we keep the centimeters on top, and we also multiply them. So once again, we treat the units like numbers. So 2.5 times 2.5, that's 6.25. And we have 6.25 centimeters squared. So 1 square inch is approximately 6.25 square centimeters. All right, challenge problems. I'll give you guys about 8 minutes to do these. So 6:34.
Using the solid line 哈。开始说最后发展了1/3，给你们看看啊。
Guys, make sure you're muted. I can't mute anyone right now because I'm not the host.
"非常棒，加油加油啊！最后一个了，我看你很 happy 了哈。都是自己做对的，很 happy 啊，耶 ！Good job， 好久没这样了哈。没有，开玩笑了啊。好，那这个英语的就完了，我们下次有 move on，OK？ 对吧？这个英语的整个结束了，对吧
Guys, make sure you're muted.
我们下周还有，对，数学一直都有是吧？那我们就后面继续往上 ，OK？OK，bye。
Okay, about one more minute. All right, I'll go over the answers right now. So Michael Jordan is 6'6" tall. What is his height in inches? So we already have the 6 inches here. All we gotta do is convert the 6 feet into inches. So there's 12 inches in 1 foot. So 6 times 12, that's 72 inches. And we have an extra 6 inches here. So 72 plus 72 plus 6, that's 78. So he is 78 inches tall. 1 inch is approximately 2.5 centimeters. What is the area in square centimeters of a square that is a half foot long on each side? So half a feet, that's 6 inches. So six inches times 6 inches, that's 36 inches squared. And then we just convert. We use the conversion factor like we did in the last problem. But since it's squared, we gotta multiply. We gotta multiply by the conversion factor twice to get the inches squared. So we get 36 inches squared times 2.5 centimeters over 1 inch times 2.5 centimeters over 1 inch. So that's simple. We can cross out the inches squared. And when we multiply 36 times 2.5 times 2.5 again, we get we get 225. So it's 225 square centimeters for number 2. All right, 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer and 100 hectares is 1 square kilometer. How many square meters are in 1 hectare? So we want to convert 1 hectare into square meters. So first we write 1 hectare, and we want to use the conversion factors. So first we want to convert from hectares to square kilometers, and there's 100 hectares, and there's 1 square kilometer and 100 hectares. So we write 1 hectare times 1 kilometer squared over 100 hectares. And then we want to get rid of the kilometers squared. We want to convert it into meters now. And there's 1,000 meters and 1 kilometer, and we got to multiply that twice because it's kilometers squared. So we have 1 hectare times 1 kilometer squared over 100 hectares times 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer times 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer. And once we do the math there, we get 10,000 square meters. So remember, when you have units that are squared, like inches squared or meters squared, you got to multiply it twice to get the squared. You can't just multiply it once because that only cancels out 1 meter, one of the meters, and you're left with meters. You got to cancel out both because, it's 2 meters, meters squared. All right, speed. So speed is the ratio of distance to time. You guys already know that. Speed equals distance over time. And we can manipulate this equation to solve for any one of these 3 variables. So we multiply time to each side, we get speed times time, and that's distance. We divide each side by speed, and time is distance divided by speed. But if you just know the first one, speed equals distance times time, you also know these other ones. All you got to do is just convert it, manipulate the equation. Yeah, speed is like miles per hour or kilometers per hour. But the US is the only one that uses miles because we want to. All right, a freight train travels 1 mile in 1 minute and 30 seconds. At this rate, how many miles will the train travel in 1 hour? So speed, like the previous conversions, we do the same thing with speed. So speed equals. No, we don't need to convert anything here. We use the equation we saw in the last slide, and we just plug in values. So speed is distance over time. So 1 mile over 3 over 2 over 1.5 minutes, and that gives us 2 over 3 miles per minute. and that's our speed, but we want the distance, and distance is speed times time. So we have 2/3, we have 2/3 miles per minute, and we want to know how far it travels in 1 hour. So that's 60 minutes. So we got to convert from hours to minutes. So 60 minutes times 2/3 miles per minute, and we get 40 miles. So this train will travel 40 miles in 1 hour. And make sure you guys get the right units together. If we left it as 1 hour, we couldn't convert it because none of the units match. But if we convert 1 hour into minutes, then we can cancel it out because the minutes, we have minutes on the top and minutes on the bottom, but we keep the miles. Right. Shelly drove the 50 miles from her home to her office at an average speed of 75 miles per hour. Coming home, she encountered heavy traffic and drove the same 50 miles at an average speed of 50 miles per hour. What was her average speed for the entire 100-mile round trip? So here's the wrong solution. So someone might just say, oh, she traveled 75 miles per hour there and 50 miles per hour home and just average the speed. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't just average speed like that. You actually got to find the total distance traveled and how much time it took her. So here's the correct solution. So the trip from home to work took 50 divided by 75 equals 2/3 hours. Because it's 50 miles between her home and her workplace, and she drove 75 miles per hour. So that's how we get the 2/3 hours. And the trip from work to home took 50 divided by 50. It took 1 hour. That's pretty easy. 50-mile trip, 50 miles per hour. And the total distance traveled is 100 miles because there and back is 100 miles. And the total time is 1 hour and is 1.6666 hours, or 1 2/3 hours. So average speed, we just divide the distance by time. So 100 divided by 1 2/3, and that equals 60 miles per hour. Yeah, it is close, but that's the wrong answer. So we can't have that. Unless you want the wrong answer, go ahead and try the wrong method. All right, so guys, remember, you guys cannot average speed like this. You can't just say, oh, she traveled at this speed there and then this speed back, and then just average it. Yeah, you can't do that. Okay. Ben leaves his house at 7 a.m. and bikes at a constant speed of 15 miles per hour due east. Alicia lives 100 miles due east of Ben, leaves her house at 8 a.m. and bikes at a constant speed of 10 miles per hour due west. At what time do they meet? So we can solve this using an equation. So 15 times t minus 7 equals 100 minus 10 times t minus 8. So the 7 represents 7 a.m. We only count the time, and then t represents the time, the actual time. And we have minus 7 because we only count the times after 7 a.m. for Ben. And the 15 is the miles per hour. And for Alicia, we have the same thing, but it's a minus 8 because she leaves at 8 a.m. So we only count the time after 8 a.m. And she bikes at a constant speed of 10 miles per hour. Here's why we have the 10. But we have a 100 minus this whole thing because she's going in the opposite direction as Ben. That's why we have 100. And because she lives 100 miles due east of Ben. So we just multiply the 15 into the parentheses, and the same thing with the other side. And we get 15t minus 105 equals 100 minus 10t plus 80. Simplify it, combine like terms, and then just solve for t. So t equals 11.4. Well, we don't say 11.4 a.m. We got to convert the 0.4 into the actual minutes. So there's 60 minutes in an hour. So it's just 60 times 0.4, and that's 24 minutes. So 11.4 is 11:24 a.m. So they meet at 11:24 a.m. So remember, we have the 100 minus, the 10 minus, well, the 100 minus because she's going in the opposite direction as Ben. Here is another solution, another method to solve it. So first bullet point, same question. So Ben travels 15 miles from 7 to 8 a.m. because 15 miles per hour. So at 8 a.m., they are 85 miles apart. And in 1 hour, they travel 25 miles combined because Alicia travels 10 miles per hour and Ben travels 15 miles per hour. It doesn't, in this case, it doesn't matter which direction. Because as long as they're traveling a distance, we just count it. So 15 mile, Ben travels 50 miles here, and then she travels 10 miles here. We combine it, that's still 25 miles. And we just solve for when they actually meet, because then the distance will be 0. Because they will have covered all of the 100 miles or 85 miles after 8 a.m. So in 1 hour, they travel 25 miles combined. So they will cover the remaining 85 miles, and 85 divided by 25 equals 3.4 hours after 8 a.m. So they will meet at 11:24 a.m. So does anyone have any questions with that one? So we get the 25 miles because Ben travels 50 miles in one direction, Alicia travels 10 miles in the other direction, but it doesn't matter which direction they're traveling in. They're still traveling 25 miles together. And we want to find at what time they cover all of the remaining 85 miles. So if they together, they travel 25 miles and then in 1 hour, and they still have 85 miles between them. We just divide 85 by 25 to get 3.4 hours. So they will meet at 11:24. And remember, we start this problem at 8 a.m. because we already covered the 50 miles Ben travels from 7 to 8. So we start at 8 a.m. for this problem. All right, some more challenge problems. You guys have 3. I'll give you guys 8 minutes again. So 6:55.
Hello.
Guys, please stay muted.
You're singing horrible. Please mute. Okay. Goodbye.
It's the Fairwind guy.
Yeah, I can see.
Duh.
这个女的戴着口罩在那个用什么东西过来
Can you mute, please?
You guys, please stay muted. I can't mute anyone.
Who's the host if you are?
I am the host.
You
No
are.
one's the
It's
host.
fake.
Look at the name. It says 01.
Well, when you're the host, it doesn't say in your name.
All right, everybody, please stay muted.
I am muted.
Oh,
Host. I am playing Kahoot.
Okay, LOL.
I am creating one. The password is 12349678910.
quiet. Thank you.
Can you please mute?
You're the host.
Shush.
So if you're the host, then mute me right now.
I'm going to mute all of you. Mute. I muted all of you.
Wait, why is this Farron person the host?
He's
Hey,
not.
he's not the host.
It
Yes,
just
he
says
is.
so because he wants to be.
All right, everybody, please be quiet.
Because I renamed myself.
Okay, try and mute me.
Mute yourself.
Oh my gosh, shush.
妈妈，都是那些口罩，
Can you please mute
都是
yourself?
那些口罩。
All right, guys, 2 more minutes.
Dude, just climb host
Whatever.
and mute the person.
Blah blah blah.
Host and mute the person.
I
why-
think you're
Guys, please mute.
Just claim host. Just claim the
I think
host.
you are also the host. Doesn't mute me, the host.
Dude, just claim host. Do you know the digit?
No, I can't claim host. Classroom has to come and make me host. So
Well, how do you not know
This
the
is Cloud Classroom.
what's
your
the question?
face? Now please shush.
Yeah, what she said.
this Cloud Classroom is here.
Yep, the
It's
host is
Cloud Classroom.
Oh, I'm host now.
You guys,
No, I
Oh,
am.
I know.
Okay, now
I know I am.
Now shut the person up.
All right, mute.
Another.
Mute.
Hi.
Mute.
You asked me to unmute.
Permanently
Oh,
mute
my
them.
bad. That was an accident.
Please be quiet.
You closed
Yes.
and there's like not allowed like us to like unmute.
Ah, peace and quiet. That's better.
Lol. Now they're stuck.
我说我camera 就开。
Mute them permanently.
Or you can remove him.
Okay, that's better. All right, I'll give you guys 2 more minutes because that was distracting. We have a few more slides to go. I'll give you guys a break after that. And Cahoots the break. All right, I'll go over the answers. All right, at 60 miles per hour, how long does it take for a car? How long does it take a car to travel 320 miles? So all you gotta do is divide 320 by 60. So that's 5 1/3. Yeah, so 5 1/3 hours. All right, on a trip, a car traveled 80 miles in 1 hour and a half, then was stopped in traffic for 30 minutes, and then traveled 100 miles during the next 2 hours. What was the car's average speed for the 4-hour trip? So we already know the time, it's 4 hours. All we gotta find out is how many miles he traveled in that 4 hours. So he traveled 80 miles here. He stopped for 30 minutes, that's 0 miles. And then he traveled 100 more miles. So 100 plus 80, he traveled 180 miles in 4 hours. Just divide that, and then you get 45 miles per hour. So that was his average speed. So to find the average speed, you guys got to find the total distance and the total time. You guys can't just average the speed. It doesn't work like that. All right, a train is traveling 1 mile every 75 seconds. If the train continues at this rate, then how far will it travel in 2 hours? So we have miles per second. You guys can do this multiple ways. You guys can convert this into hours, or you guys can convert hours into seconds. I would prefer converting hours into seconds because you guys get whole numbers. So there's 120 minutes in 2 hours, and there's 60 seconds every minute. So 120 times 60, that's 7,200 seconds in 2 hours. And then just divide that by 75 seconds, and you guys get 96 miles. So the train will travel 96 miles in 2 hours. All right, here's some other rates. Jack can type at a rate of 50 words per minute. How long will it take him to type a 3,000 word essay? It's pretty much the same thing as speed. 3,000 words divided by 50 words per minute. The words cancel out. The minutes go on top because you're dividing by minutes, and minutes is on the bottom. So 60 minutes. So it takes him 1 hour. 1 hour. All right, Jackie wants to give a 15-minute speech, and she speaks 100 words per minute. Her written notes contain 600 words per page. So how many pages should she prepare? So we have the rate 100 words per minute times 15 minutes. So her speech has 1,500 words in total. And she can fit 600 words into one page. So 1,500 divided by 600, and that equals 2.5 pages. So she should prepare 2.5 or 2.5 pages. All right, yeah, this is last 2 slides. All right, Tim can paint Mr. Thomas's fence in 7 hours, while Hank can paint Mr. Thomas's fence in 8 hours. If they work together, then how long will it take them to paint the fence? So I'm pretty sure this showed up on the SAT one year. So this is a SAT level SAT problem, I guess. Tim can paint 1/7 of the fence in 1 hour because it takes him 7 hours, and Hank can paint 1/8 of the fence in 1 hour. So together they can paint 1/7 plus 1/8 equals 15/56 of the fence in 1 hour, and that's together. So it will take them 1 fence divided by the rate 15/56 fence per hour, and that equals 3.733 hours to paint the fence. So here, you guys find how much fence they can paint together, and then just divide the total fence by the rate to see how many hours it takes them. All right, here are the last 3 challenge problems. I'll give you guys 7 minutes, and after this we will play Kahoot. And that's also your break. All right, about 2 more minutes. All right, I'll go over the answers right now. So Casey has to build a 100-foot long fence. If it takes her 15 minutes to build 1 foot of the fence, then how many hours will it take her to complete the fence? So all we gotta do is multiply 15 by 100, because we have a 100-foot long fence, and the rate is 1 foot, 15 minutes per 1 foot of fence. So that equals 1,500 minutes, but it asks for hours. So we just divide 1,500 by 60, and we get 25 hours. So it will take her 25 hours to complete the fence. Phil can type a page of his new novel in 20 minutes. If he writes for 8 hours, then how many pages will he type? So 20 minutes is 1/3 of an hour. So, and he types 1 page in 1/3 of an hour. So multiply that by 3, and we see the rate that he types. He types 3 pages in 1 hour. And he writes for 8 hours. So we just multiply 3 by 8. And so we find out he types 24 pages in 8 hours. All right, a 12-hour clock loses 1 minute every hour. Suppose it shows the correct time now. What is the least number of hours from now when it will again show the correct time? So the clock will show the correct time when it loses 12 hours. And it loses 1 minute per hour. So that's one rate we need to use. And there's 720 minutes in 12 hours. And we want the clock to lose, and we know the clock loses 1 minute every hour, but we need it to lose 720 minutes. So that means it will take 720 hours to lose 12 hours. So multiple rates going on there. 1 minute and 1 hour, and we need to use a conversion. 720 minutes in 12 hours. All right, so we're done with this unit. I'll hand it over to Emily now, and she'll show you guys the Kahoot. Let me make her a co-host. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll unmute you guys. Wait. Oh, here you go. Okay, you guys can unmute now.
Wait, what is team versus team?
Thank you.
Mute him again. Mute him again. Just mute him. Mute him. Mute him.
I'll meet you guys after the game.
How about we have everybody view if we should mute him? It's called communism. Wait, let's make a communism. Yay.
Well, I'm gonna be Jeffrey 2.0.
It's actually democratic.
Let's
Oh,
go. Jeffrey 2.0. I
Wait,
don't
can
even.
Can you make it so we can talk to everyone?
Yeah.
You guys already can talk to everyone.
You can?
No, we can't.
Noise.
What do you guys mean on chat?
I can.
Yes, we can.
For some reason, I can only, private chat people.
Oh, okay.
No private chat?
All right, here you
You
guys
allow
go.
private chat?
Oh,
All right, it's public now.
Now I can.
yo. What up?
What up?
This is gonna be a bad spam.
No, nobody spammed just yet. Look, there's
Guys,
only
everybody spam to Farwin, guy.
there's only
Farwin guy.
three. There's only 3 unread messages. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm spamming to the Farwin guy like crazy.
Yes. 3. Only 3. Come on, we can have at least 100. Let's go.
全都在弄全都的。
你就不要弄了。
不是。
Yes,
Mute
he
him.
is. Yes, he
No.
is. He
Mute
is.
him.
Yes.
在，他们都在。bang bang 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 boom 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 boom，嚓嚓嚓嚓的。
Stop it.
我真的。
Okay, everybody spam that Fairwind dude.
Or faking being the host because that's not nice.
Is there anybody else playing?
Who knows?
Come on. In our cause.
I'm gonna start the game.
Okay.
Wait, we stop chatting. 3,
Ready.
2.
2, 1, go!
Can you mute them again?
拿笔好好的温习。
No, 他没。
This is your free time.
question 哪儿呢？
Oh
Oh,
my
that
God,
person's
I feel
throwing
like
a fit
he's-
now.
Someone shut him up.
Yeah, can someone please mute
Yeah,
him?
democracy.
He's definitely having personal
Shut him
problems.
up.
Problems.
No,
Yay.
it's a republic. Let's go. How dare someone? Who's that period?
How do I clear this stuff up?
Oh no, the screen is
Now
lagged.
it's stuck. What? Hey, there we go.
Oh, I feel bad for the people that are all the way in China.
Why? Why?
Everything is like so slow.
No, there's no Google and YouTube there. That's worse.
Wait, what? That's kind of sad.
That's communism.
Yeah, China blocks everything.
Yeah, it's called communism. If you don't know what communism is.
Communism? Well,
like Russia.
communism is about like everybody getting the same stuff, right?
No, it's like monarchy a bit.
Well, you're a monarchy.
Well, I wish I was.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
What's a proportion?
If you guys paid attention to the lesson,
Of
you
course,
guys would know.
communism is not a monarchy.
I'm
just saying it's
joking.
like.
I'm joking.
It's like a monarchy, but it's not.
I am
For
a
your big
monarchy.
fat information. Nah, I wish
False, 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 false. Wait, why doesn't answer streak affect our scores now?
Duh. The more you get right in a row, the higher you get. And the faster you answer, the higher your score gets.
Bro.
True, false,
Yeah.
true, false, true, true, true,
Who's
true, false.
Ethan Zhu? Like Ethan Zhu. He's very smart.
Yeah. To the point that his brain fills the whole world and we can't breathe.
Did you know?
If he's so smart, then why does he not do the Kahoot?
Maybe he's just one of those
Yeah.
anonymous dudes.
No.
True or false? Proportion. Oh. Yay!
Yes, they tend
Oh.
to go to dictatorships.
Oh my god, someone's annotating. Oh, I got exactly 1,000 points.
OMG.
Wow.
Oh, you just have to like, oh,
What's up?
exactly 1,000 points. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unprecedented. 5v equals, I don't know. I can't see.
Well,
Wait, what is this gibberish? Oh, it says yay. Oh, whose dog is barking?
Oh, it's my dog.
You have a dog? Lucky.
Lucky.
I got a tortoise.
Oof.
Oh, fish.
Fish aren't that bad.
oh my god.
Tasty. At
It's
least they
worse
taste good.
than a tortoise.
At least it tastes good.
8.
9 out of 9. Whoa!
Wow.
Hey, at least the fish tastes good. So
他告诉你多少
Whoa!
走多少
Whoa!
一个
I have a
second
brother.
一个 second
I have
这
a
几天
brother.
2
两天得多少小时？
Please shut him up again.
42、
每天是多少？
40、24。
一天24小时是吗？
对，
每个小时多少分钟？
Shut them up.
1小时
Please
60分
shush
钟。
them.
多少秒？
Please
Can
shush
someone
them.
please?
Please
Because I can
make
literally
them
hear all the
quiet.
answers now.
Make them quiet. Make them quiet.
就
Oh
36
my
分钟。
gosh.
This
I'm
thing
not
took
gonna mute
like
anybody right
100
now.
seconds.
Mute him.
He's basically
Mute
saying
him.
to answer a
Mute
lot
him
of
or we'll
memes,
report
so-
you. Mute him or you'll get less pay.
Leave a bad review.
I actually get 0K.
哎呀，
别压着，不要压着
Paid， for
给你
this?
20，
No.
然后那个12、13、14、
然后没
14、
完，还有一个24呢。
This one.
对，24接成
Shush
24。
him. Make him shut up.
Someone please
Okay,
mute him
16往后退
because
了
he's literally
16
screaming the answers out loud in Chinese.
5、8、
Gosh.
8、
Wow, he's still counting numbers.
14吗？
Oh my gosh.
为什么是4呢？20。
5，
Yeah,
我
let's
的
just hear him. It's kind of
1
embarrassing.
2。
你看连加法都没加好，
I will report you.
13了，人家14，
I'm gonna report this
算
fail.
菜嘛？谁让你这么算的呀？没完，
I'm
这
gonna
里
report this fail. Can you like report him?
Okay, that was
You
actually
know how
funny.
to mute?
Yeah, he finally knows that he should mute himself because it's way too embarrassing.
He's like, I bet he doesn't even know that like
Hey,
he's.
equal rights for everyone.
Wow.
Yeah,
Equal
but
rights
we're a
for
democracy, so let's kill him. No, I'm just joking.
Let's
你现在知
go.
道吧？是你calculate 太慢，
哦，whatever。
就这少，是天天让你做
Alright, good job, Aiden. Good job, Melody. And
Whatever.
Jeffrey, once again. Good job.
Wait, why is there no Jeffrey 1.0?
Because
Yeah,
I
where's
am,
Jeffrey 1.0?
I am Jeffrey.
Oh my gosh, it's him again. Oh no.
It's who
Yeah.
again?
All right, we got
The
10. We got about 9 more
the
minutes.
far wind Wang.
Whatever.
Far
Goodbye,
wind
goodbye,
Wang
goodbye,
man.
goodbye,
All right, mute
goodbye.
everybody.
My name
We
is
can
not
have like a quiz.
far away.
All right, that's better. All right, so we got we got about 9 more minutes. We're gonna start with lesson 8. All right, so this unit's gonna be about percents. All right, so percent means per 100. It comes from Latin, percentum. So for those of you guys that take Latin, Jeffrey, you guys know what this means. All right, to convert from a decimal to percent, move the decimal point 2 places to the left. This is because it's per 100. And here are some examples of percents into fractions. So notice how everything's just over 100. Okay, Catherine also took Latin in 3rd grade. I don't know why you guys are learning Latin, but pretty cool. All right, so 27% is 27 over 100. 59% is 59 over 100, and so on. And 80% is 80 over 100, but this also simplifies to 4 over 5 because you guys can take out a 20 from the top and bottom. And so on. 0% is always just 0. Negative 50% is negative 50 over 100, and that's negative 1/2. Oh, I forgot the chat. All right, you guys saw this chart in a previous lesson, but I'll show it to you guys again. So decimals to fractions to percents. So 1/12, that's 8.33% or 0.083. And notice how all of these percents, the decimal point is moved 2 spaces to the right. Did I say right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so to convert from decimal to percent, move 2 places to the left. Now move 2 places to the right, and percent to decimal, move 2 places to the left. So basically just multiply every decimal by 100 and then add a percent sign. That's how you convert to percents. All right, here are some more examples. 10%, that's 10 over 100, and that simplifies to 1/10. And as a decimal, that's 0.1. 150%, that's 150 over 100. That equals 3 over 2, and that equals 1.5. 2.5% equals 2.5 over 100, and that simplifies to 1 over 40. And as a decimal, that equals 0.025. You guys can get 0.025 by dividing 1 by 40, or just move the decimal point 2 spaces to the left. All right, so some quick challenge problems. Write the following as a percent. I'll give you guys about 3 minutes, 4 minutes to do these. Should be pretty quick. 4 minutes. And after these problems, we're done with the lesson. All right, so guys, for the fourth one, -2 1/10, that's -2.1 as a decimal. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to type mixed numbers on here. All right, good job, everybody. Look, by the looks of it, all of you guys are doing very well in the chat. All right, one more minute. These are pretty easy. All right, I'll go over the answers. So 71 over 100, that's obviously 71%. You guys can write this as a decimal. That's 0.71 and then multiply by 100. So that's 71%. Or you guys notice that 71 is over 100. So this is automatic. You guys automatically know this is 71%. All right, 0.23. Just multiply by 100 or move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right and add a percent sign. So this is 23%. All right, 50. So multiply by 100 again. Move the decimal point. That's to the right of the 0, 2 spaces to the right. And that's 5,000%. So 50 is 5,000%. All right, -2 1/10. Yeah, this is kind of confusing. Sorry, guys. So this is 2 1/10 or -2 1/10 or -2.1. Same process. Multiply, convert this into a decimal, -2.1, and then multiply by 100, and then put a percent sign. So -210%. -246, multiply by 100, add a percent sign. -24,600%. All right, and then 1, multiply by 100, add a percent sign. That's 100%. All right, so that concludes our lesson for today. All right, so thank you guys again for coming, and you guys are free to go. I'll see you guys this Saturday. Bye, guys.